everyone, this is Lana with Lana Belana Design for Spellbinders, and welcome to my channel. Today we're playing with something brand new from Spellbinders, and I cannot wait to show you what we're gonna play with today. Now these are 3D embossing folders, and they are just absolutely phenomenal. Look at that detail. Absolutely stunning. You have this awesome little tag, and they come with coordinating dies, so you can actually emboss and die cut at the same time. Now how brilliant is that? For this we are going to need some kind of a heavy cardstock. I am going to use Betterpress cardstock. This is 118-pound cardstock. For Betterpress, you can try to use watercolor paper, but this cotton paper is also recommended by Spellbinders. It is here. I'm going to show you real quick. As you can see, Spellbinders recommends that paper as well. So if you don't have this paper, try using watercolor paper and see if that works for you. Now, Spellbinders has another cardstock that is for Betterpress, and it's a double weight cardstock. Now that cardstock is 220 pounds heavy, and I don't necessarily recommend it. First, the dies are not deep enough to cut through that paper, so you might have troubles putting it through the die cutting machine. And also because of the weight of the paper or the thickness of the paper, you might not be able to close your embossing folders completely, and also you will have issues putting it through the die cutting machine, again because that paper is very heavy or thick, if you would. So go with 118-pound cardstock. Yes, you can also use your regular 110-pound cardstock. You will need water, just plain regular water. And what I did here, I just cut a full-size sheet in half. This is 8.5 by 5.5. First, what I'm going to do is open up my folder, and you see these grooves here. They are actually meant for dies. They fit right in. Do not worry, you are not going to damage your embossing folders. This is what these dies are intended to do, and this is what this whole system is designed. So you're not going to really damage your embossing folder. Just lightly mist with water, cardstock, position it, and put it through the die cutting machine. Now there is one thing that I wanted to talk to you about. It is about your embossing sandwich. Now I am using Spellbinders Platinum 8, and on their platform here it says and it shows you how to do certain things, among which is how to do 3D embossing. Now for this you are going to need a 3D embossing plate. Unfortunately, I do not have this plate, so I have to be a little bit more creative. Now if you have this embossing plate, that's great. Use it, as this is recommended by Spellbinders. Since I don't have it, I'm going to be a little bit creative. I'm going to put the folder directly on the platform. I have this metal plate from Gemini, and I also found this plastic plate. I really don't know where it's from and who is it by. It's just there. So it seems to actually work perfect and give me actually the best results. Now, if you are having issues or your sandwich is not thick enough, try adding some cardstocks or maybe a piece of cardboard, something like that to help you with your embossing. Be creative. There's no rules here. Whatever works. That's my motto. And now let's see the results. This is stunning, absolutely stunning. And I have to tell you that these dies truly help. I love that I can actually emboss and die cut at the same time. I really think this is such a good and brilliant idea from Spellbinders. Take a look at those details. Absolutely stunning. Now you can imagine these with some metallic paper or different color papers, just absolutely beautiful. And now let's try a new technique and see how it works. So for this technique, you are going to need a little ceramic dish or any dish that you can use to mix some glue. Yes, we're using glue. This is art glitter glue that I'm using, but I am pretty sure that you can use any liquid adhesive that you have. Just pour a little bit in your dish and mix it with water. Yes, just plain simple water, and you don't need a lot here. I'm just going to spritz maybe once or twice actually, depending on how much glue you put in, and you're gonna need a watercolor brush. I have this old Altenew brush. Please do not use your good new brushes for this. Use what you have, something old, something inexpensive, and just mix this mixture. Just make sure to mix it very well. And as you can see, this consistency is not really runny, just to make it pliable, I should say. Next, what you are going to need is some foil. Now, this is Spellbinders foil for heat foiling, and all I'm going to do is brush that mixture of glue and water directly on my image, just like I'm painting. And you don't want this glue to dry. You still want this glue to be a little bit wet, and just simply apply a piece of foil directly on that image. Just rub it with your fingers. Do not rub it too hard. Nope, I do not suggest you use a bone folder. If you use a bone folder, it might flatten your grooves here and you might not get that 3D embossed image. So just use your fingers and gently press the foil right on top of that image and simply peel off, and all that is left is this beautiful trace of gold or whichever foil you're using. Next, just simply continue on brushing the glue and applying the foil, and that's the whole technique. And feel free to use different colored foil. That'll give more interest to your images. I am going to continue on finishing this and working on this technique, and I will be right back with the final results. And here are the final results. I used 2 different colored foils, and I absolutely love this distress look. Now, you might not like this technique, and that is okay. Not everybody will like this. I just wanted to show you the options, and how actually this will look if you were to use this technique. Next, I'm going to trim some black pattern cardstock. I'm not sure if this cardstock is still available. If it is, I will leave the link down below. And this is going to be for my card panels. I am simply going to glue my beautiful gold distress images and cover that big hello in the middle. And as you can see, this is pretty awesome. Now for this card, I'm going to use foam adhesive. I wanted to see how this is going to look if it was raised a little bit, but you don't have to do this if you don't want to. And the cards are done. I absolutely love them. And I love that vintage French country look. And I hope this opens doors to some new creations. And at the end, I'd like to give my big thanks to Spellbinders for sending me this awesome embossing folder to play with. And of course, thank you for being here, supporting me and my channel. Feel free to ask any questions that you might have. I'm always happy to interact with my viewers. Everything I used is listed below. And don't forget to tune in on Instagram on Sundays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thanks again, and I will see you soon with another video. Bye-bye.